Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 3. We are learning Unit 5. Its title is Making Peace. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is, or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, today we are going to start reading and understanding the text, and before this in grade 2, we have already studied about peaceful coexistence, the theme which we are going to learn today. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video lecture again and we'll learn further to describe events in a picture or illustration. This is our today's SNO. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran, Surah Yusuf, verse 3, we relate to you, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the best of stories in what we have revealed to you of this Quran, although you were before it among the unaware. Yes, my dear children, what this beautiful verse is telling us, Subhanallah, beta Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling a story to whom? To our beloved Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And what is the purpose? Allah is saying, we relate to you. It means whenever we listen a story, we should take a lesson from it. We should learn from it. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching directly to our beloved Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And after him, this is a message for every one of us, right? So inshallah, whenever we'll read a story, we'll learn a lesson. So let's see what the story we are going to start today, what it is all about. First, you tell me the answer of this question. This is your pre-reading question. Pause the video. Answer this question to your teacher and then come back. Yes, my dear students, I hope you have answered it correctly. Whatever you feel, you have mentioned, you have discussed your correct feelings, your true feelings, but how should we behave whenever, if someone pushes you or whenever there is a situation which is uncomfortable, how should we behave? After reading this story, we'll learn that, okay? So let's read this story from the very first line. I'm going to start reading. Listen carefully because there will be few places where I will pause the video and I'll ask few questions to you. So listen carefully and after me, you will read this story. It was winter noon. Everything was extremely cold. Students were chirping like birds in the school classrooms. Chirping, what does it mean? It's just like a voice. When birds speak, there is a specific sound, and it seems all are saying the same thing. That sound is called chirping. So all these students, they were talking in whispers in low voice. It was the time for recess. Everyone rushed out to play in the ground. And what does rush mean? To move or do something quickly. Means they wanted to reach to ground quickly, so everyone rushed out. While coming out of the class, the students did not make a queue. So my dear students, they did not make a queue. Is it a correct thing? No. Whenever we are going somewhere, especially in school, for example, in recess, assembly, we should make a queue. So what would have happened? Look at the picture and tell to your teacher, what do you guess? What is going to happen in this story? Yes, I hope you have guessed it correctly. So let's see what actually happened. Meanwhile, Sarfraz pushed Ahmad to a hurry. Because they were in hurry, so Sarfraz pushed one of his class fellow, Ahmad. Ahmad fell on the ground. He hurt his head and it started bleeding. In anger, he stood up and caught Sarfraz by the collar. And what is collar? That is the upper part of your clothes, near your neck. They started fighting in front of their classroom. A few students were standing by, means they were nearby, they were looking at them. They tried to make them calm, but it was of no avail. All teachers were in the staff room. The fight between Sarfaraz and Ahmed was going unnoticed. Nobody was there to help him. So first you tell me, pause the video, tell the answer, why did Sarfaraz push Ahmed in recess time? Yes, my dear children, I hope you answered correctly because both of them, Sarfaraz was in hurry and Ahmed was on his way, so he pushed him to go to ground quickly. Now, what would have happened next? Because now the fight is going on. Look at this picture, this illustration, which is there in your book as well, and guess what's going to happen? Pause the video, tell to your teacher, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, I hope this picture is telling what might have happened. Their classmate Hassan, who was coming back from the playground to the classroom, he saw them fighting. He went close to them and separated them from each other. What's the matter? Asked Hassan. Why are you fighting like animals? Sarfaraz pushed me, argued Ahmed. My head is bleeding, Sarfaraz replied. It was not my fault. The door of our classroom was narrow. I did not push him knowingly. Okay, narrow means a small gap between two sides. So he said the space was so narrow, that's why I did not push him knowingly. It was unintentional. Hassan said, both of you be at peace now. Ahmed, you need medical attention. So this is the thing. Here I'm pausing, I'm stopping this lecture. Tomorrow we'll start from the same point. So it's your turn now. Pause the video, read the text, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with reading? Okay, so it's a time for activity. What we are going to do, look at the pictures and describe what is happening in picture, and teacher will help and guide students for describing pictures and illustration correctly and properly. Although, and one thing more, teachers kindly tell students that pictures in books are important. They help us to understand the text. And here I'm giving you an illustration. Kindly make every child to participate in the activity and guess what the story is all about. Pause the video, enjoy this beautiful activity, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, I hope you could easily guess it. This is a story in 3 steps. In first step, we find there is a fish in the pot. In second step, we find the cat is trying to catch the fish. And finally, cat ate the fish and she was going happily, right? So this is how better by looking at the picture, we can, like this is the illustration, we can make a story and understand the text better, all right? So now, this is the portion which we have read. These questions are from that. First, your teacher will ask you a question. You will tell the answer orally, and then you will write the answers in your book. So pause the video, complete this comprehension, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. So it's time for your homework. For your homework, student will describe the picture in writing. Here is a picture series. Teacher, you can take the same or whatever is easily available. Kindly give a series of illustration to students to write a story about. This is the homework, and here is a worksheet. My dear fellow teachers, this worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide printed worksheet to students for practice. And children, what you are going to do, looking at this scene, you are going to answer these questions. So what we have learned today, we learned how we can describe events in a picture or illustration. So in this way, we achieved our SLO to describe events in a picture or illustration. Are we done with it? Yes. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. We'll complete reading of this unit. Till that time, keep learning and take very good care of yourself. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.